Hello everyone, and welcome to what is already the third episode of the Feed the Beast series I'm doing. And I have some sad news for you guys, because I did the updates to the 1.4.6 Feed the Beast, and a lot of stuff's changed, and there also changed a lot of buildcraft related stuff. So what I'm saying is the tree farm is pretty much broken. So we will have to do some fixing and stuff. And the saddest thing is that I recorded the whole episode on the previous version. I made the whole tree farm automatic and stuff, so I didn't need to do anything for it to work, just press a button. And then it turns out that everything is broken. So I basically ripped apart everything I changed, and I'm just going to build everything again from nothing. Well, yeah, I can keep some basic parts of the circuitry, and I know pretty good how to build the whole tree farm, the new version, so it's not going to take too long, and I have no idea if I'm going to show you guys everything I do. But first I'm going to show you this thing, because I didn't show this yet, because I built it in what is the non-released third episode. So this black box is the assembly table, and the assembly table is pretty much used to make some high-end buildcraft stuff, which include gates. And you might be wondering, what is a gate? Well, a gate is basically an interaction between the Minecraft world and the Buildcraft, yeah, fillers and engines and whatever it adds. So also pipes. You put these on pipes. This is a gate. There are different types of gate. You have the normal gate, like I have here. You have iron gates. You have gold gates. You have diamond gates. And the better the gate is, so the more expensive it is to make, the more things you can control and check with it. So the other thing I have in my hand is red pipe wire, also made using the assembly table, and this is basically redstone you can put on top of pipes, like this. So just right click on the pipe with the pipe wire, and you can interact with these red pipe wires, but not by using redstone. So if I power this piece of pipe by using a repeater, you can see that this just stays turned off, so that's not an option. You have to use gates, and that's where the different gates come into place, because the most basic gate, which I have placed on the pipe here, is not able to detect anything about pipes. And when you right click on a gate, this GUI opens, and it basically gives you two little slots where you can click on, and the left one is basically the if statement. So let's say this one says items traversing, so if there are items going through the pipe where the gate is placed on top of, then, and what is in the right spot is the then interaction. So then it should give a redstone signal, for instance. But at the moment it's kind of annoying, so I'm just going to put it on pipe empty, which is true because there's nothing in the pipe, and you can see that the gate is lighting up. So if you then just put a repeater next to it, you can see it gives a redstone signal. So very nice to kind of control your pipe systems and also check a bunch of stuff, because if we put this next to a filler, you will see that there's a lot more options appearing in the GUI of the gate. So let's see, we have pipe empty, items traversing, and then we have this new thing, inventory empty. So this is basically referring to the inventory of the filler, and as you can see there is nothing inside, so it's giving a redstone signal. That is very accurate. Then items in inventory, there is nothing in the inventory, so it's not going to give a redstone signal. Then space in inventory, there is obviously room in the inventory as there is nothing in there. And then inventory full, that's also not true. Work scheduled, this is basically checking if there is something for the filler to clear. For instance, if we want to clear a tree, we can check if there is a tree inside our box, or if it's gone. So that's also very important to further automate things. And then we have the opposite thing, work done, so that's just going to be the inverse. And then we have no energy, and energy stored, can store energy, and full energy. And that's basically to check how much energy is stored inside different buildcraft machines. And a filler isn't able to store any energy as far as I know, but a Stirling engine, for instance, if we click on this little brown thing, this larger GUI opens up, and this basically shows how much energy it's outputting. So that would be 1 Minecraft joule a tick if it would be working. And then you see stored, so this thing can store energy. So we could check the energy stored of a Stirling engine using gates, but that's something I'm not going to use. You can also put it on top of the conductive pipes, I'm pretty sure, because they can also store a slight amount of energy. But I think that pretty much covers all of the gates. Then why would you need the iron gates then? Well, the iron gates basically allow me to interact with the red pipe wire. So the normal gates, they can't detect the red pipe wire, the iron gates they can. So that is pretty much the difference. And they have also more slots, so a bigger GUI, so you can check more things with just one gate. And yeah, with the golden gates and the diamond gates, it's pretty much the same. You have the same options, you just have more things you can check in one gate because the GUI is bigger. And you can also detect more different types of pipe wire, because there are different colors of pipe wire. So you can see there is red pipe wire, blue pipe wire, green pipe wire, and yellow pipe wire. And I'll just quickly show you the recipe of the assembly table, for instance, because I didn't show that yet. It's not really expensive. Oh, okay, I'm still in cheat mode. It's really annoying if you're doing creative stuff. So assembly table, just 6 obsidian, a piece of redstone, diamond, and a diamond gear. So that's not too expensive. But yeah, it's still 5 diamonds, because a diamond gear is 4 diamonds around a gold gear. And then we also need lasers to power these. I made 4, because the more lasers you use, the faster it will create the gates, and 1 is just terribly slow. So a gate also requires, laser also requires some diamonds, so 2 diamonds, 2 obsidian, and some redstone. And these gates, they have to be powered by buildcraft energy. So the assembly table can't be powered by the conductive pipes, it has to be powered by the gates. And that is pretty much it. So just a recipe for pipe wire, for instance, is a rose red dye, an iron ingot, and a piece of redstone dust. And then you can see that a lot of things appear, but also the red pipe wire. So it will make 8 for these resources. And then there's also 2 other things, chipsets. Redstone chipset, for instance, is made from 1 redstone dust, and I happen to have one in this chest already because I made a ton. These are the base ingredient for a gate, and actually the only ingredient for a gate. So if you make one of these, and I grab it out of the chest, put it in again, you'll see that, oh, it already started. Okay, so you'll see that the option for a gate pops up. So that's, yeah, I think it's kind of stupid that you need to make the chipsets first, because it doesn't require anything else. But anyways, to make the iron ore gates, you will need an iron chipset, which is made by using redstone and an ingot. So then you just click on this one, and it will start produce it when the lasers are working. And it will appear in the chest. We just put it in again, and then we will get the option for an iron ore gate. So that is pretty much the gates. I hope that covered everything about it. I'm not really sure, but you'll see when we are building the tree farm what it exactly does. So the next thing I want to do is get rid of these conductive pipes, because the thermal expansion mod, which is the mod that is used to make the pulverizer, it adds a new way of transferring the buildcraft energy, and I want to use that because this one is kind of lossy, so I think the like the rate at which the energy is produced is about 60% of the total energy you put in. So if I were to put 20 engines like this, they would create 20 mega Minecraft joules. But because these are so lossy, it only arrives at 14 mega Minecraft joules. Okay, this is really annoying. So I lose like 6 Minecraft joules just by using these pipes. If I would use the other ones, there would be like 19.7 Minecraft joules arriving, so it's almost 100% efficiency. So I really want to upgrade to that. You need a lot of resources for that, but I also did some caving and stuff, so I'm really stacking up on resources. But anyways, I'm going to have to take out all the fillers because I have to change all the selections. So I'll see what I record about this, but I think it's just going to be pretty boring because I'm just doing everything over again. Okay everyone, so we're going to craft 3 new machines in order to use the new tree farm. And like I said, I also want to upgrade the engines so they are less lossy to the new conductive system from the thermal expansion mod. And that also requires a new machine. So we're going to build 3 new machines, and I have all the resources for 2 of them, and for 1 machine I will need to visit the nether. So we're going to do that right after we crafted the first 2. So the first machine we're going to craft is an induction smelter, also part of the thermal expansion mod. And this is an upgraded version of a furnace. So the induction smelter basically is a very resource and power friendly way of smelting dusts and other resources. So what it does is it smelts 2 things at once. So that is really cool. If you put in an ore, it gives you 2 ingots, so you don't really need to crush anything or pulverize or whatever. You just get the 2 ingots straight away. But the like the downside of it is that although it can smelt things really fast and really resource friendly, it uses 1 sand block each and every operation. So you will need a pretty good way of getting sand. But that is no problem because in the future I'm going to have a very good sand quarry, and yeah, then I'm basically not going to be worried about losing sand. So let's craft this. We need some sand, some copper, some redstone reception coil, and a machine frame and a bucket. So I've got everything. So let's just put in the machine frame, the reception coil, 2 copper ingots, our sand blocks, and then a bucket. And there we go, induction smelter. So as all the other thermal expansion devices, this thing is powered by buildcraft energy. But let's first craft the other thing, which is a liquid transposer. And this machine is basically capable of filling and emptying any sort of liquid storage you can possibly imagine. So Feed the Beast adds a lot of new ways to store liquid. So for instance, it adds cans, it adds cells, which can also store liquids. Of course, there still is buckets. Yeah, anything you can actually think of. There are a lot more ways, but we can also store redstone. That's a new thing. You can make liquid redstone by using another machine we are going to craft after visiting the nether, and that can basically melt down redstone, so you get liquid redstone, and you can put that liquid redstone into these redstone energy conduits, which is the upgraded version of transferring Buildcraft energy, if you were wondering. So we are going to need the liquid transposer for making these. Okay, let's just hit the exclamation mark and then put everything in. So the glass blocks, then the reception coil, some copper, and once again a bucket. Okay, so that's the liquid transposer done. I am going to be working on the factory, so the building of the factory, after the tree farm is up and working. So at the moment I'm just going to place everything next to these pipes, and that is the interface of the induction smelter. So you basically put your sand in one slot and your thing you want to smelt in the other slot, and then it's going to put it in the red. And as with any thermal expansion device, you get the awesome benefit that you have a slight percent chance, like a 20% chance or something, to get something extra. And with the induction smelter, this is really interesting because you can get these slag pieces, which is basically like garbage you receive from smelting the ores, but that slag can be used in a, I believe, again, an induction smelter, together with dust to receive extra ingots. I'm not really sure, but what it basically means is you can turn one ore into 3 ingots instead of 2 with one piece of slag, so that is really interesting. So that is like the main reason why I want to use this in the future over the pulverizer, because you get the chance of getting an extra ingot. So anyways, this is the liquid transposer. In the blue slot you're going to put your thing you want to empty or fill. Then the button with the filled bucket basically controls if you want to empty it or fill it. So this is emptying and this is filling. And then this tank is the container of the liquid. And then the red thing will be where the finished product is going. So when this thing is full, the bucket is full, it will be put in the red thing. So that is pretty much everything explained about these two things. So in the nether we need some netherrack and some soul sand in order to make ourselves some nether brick. Ta-da, there we go. So to get these we need 4 netherrack and 1 piece of soul sand. We put that in our newly created induction smelter and we get 2 nether brick. So we only need 2, so we're just going to do a quick visit to the nether. Okay, so I'm still looking for soul sand, but it appears like we have a nether fortress really close by the portal, so I still didn't find any soul sand, so I guess we'll just grab some nether brick from there. Okay, there we go, a pillar not above the lava, so let's just grab a couple pieces. I have no idea if you need this for anything else, but yeah, you can never have too many nether bricks, right? Okay, that should be enough. 14, yeah. We can always come back. I'll just put a waypoint here. Okay, I found a portal. That wasn't really too hard. But yeah, I'll just put a waypoint just to be safe. Okay, so let's craft a crucible. If I remember correctly. Yes, okay, magma crucible. So this is the thing we're going to use to melt the redstone. Okay, so the first thing we're going to make is the redstone energy conduit, which is made by filling a empty energy conduit in a liquid transposer with molten redstone. So that's the molten redstone from the crucible. And to make the empty conduits we need an electrum ingot, a piece of hardened glass and an electrum ingot. So To make an electrum ingot, you need the electrum dust, which can be made by crafting gold dust together with silver dust. So let's first start out by making some of those. So I've got some gold dust, some silver dust, and now we have a stack of electrum blend. So the first thing we're going to do is smelt this electrum blend. So the next thing we need for the empty conduit is some hardened glass. And that is made by using lead together with pulverized obsidian in a induction smelter. So we put the pulverized obsidian in there and some lead ingots. Oh yeah, I first need to turn this on. Silly me. And we need to make... Okay, the assembly table is not connected, so that shouldn't be leeching off any power. Okay, it's slowly charging, but these are also slowly charging, so that's going to take a while. Okay, seems like, yeah, it's prioritizing the magma crucible. Okay, so charging up. And when this is... oh, it's already going. So this is going to grab 2 pulverized obsidian and 1 lead ingot and then give us 2 hardened glass. And it put it into the one next to it. Okay, so there we go, 2 hardened glass. Let's just disable that for a second. That's really annoying. And we'll also just disable these. Okay, so now we have 2 hardened glass. Let's grab some electrum ingots I just melt. And then we can make some empty conduits. Okay, these are all going. So then we just put the hardened glass in the middle, electrum around, and there we go, our first 8 energy conduits. So then what we need to do is melt some redstone, and you will need 1 molten redstone for each energy conduit, so it's not too expensive in my opinion. So let's just put 8 in, like so, and now we just need to configure it, so it's going to put that into the liquid transposer. Let's already put these in there. So we're going to make the orange thing on the other side, and now it should put it in here. So let's just check that. Oh no, we need to configure this one. Oh god. Okay, see, now it's doing it, so this one is filling up. Okay. Okay, I think you actually need 2 redstone. They might have changed that over the update, because it used to be 1 redstone, so yeah. I guess it's changed. So let's put in 8 more. And we can already start to play around with these, so they work exactly the same as other piping, with the only difference that they can both transfer and accept energy, so you don't need to put a wooden pipe in between. You can just put all the engines next to each other, and like so. This is going to work perfectly fine. And you can also see that there are like little arrows. So the blue arrow means that it's serving power to the engine, and the orange one means that it's grabbing power from the engine. So we need to put these on orange for engines and on blue for fillers and stuff and other energy consuming things. Okay, let's make one of these. There we go, crescent hammer. And to remove any thermal expansion related stuff, so also the machines, you can just shift and then right click it and it will get removed. Okay, so before I forget, we also need to craft something else, and this is a redstone energy cell, and it is a sort of a battery which can store buildcraft related energy, so Minecraft joules. It has the ability to store 600,000 Minecraft joules, so a lot of space, and this is really useful to charge up on energy, because you can also transport it by picking it up and then just placing it down somewhere else, so you have a battery that you can carry around yourself. There we go, hardened glass. Well, actually we need 2 of each. Okay, there we go. That is like the basic frame, and as you can see, it's empty, so we need to fill it up with liquid redstone once again. So we're going to use our crucible for that and our liquid transposer. Okay, so put these in, put in some redstone. I think this is going to use a lot of redstone. Okay, I've got my energy. I actually have an energy cell frame ready to craft, so let's just check the recipe. So some lead, some electrum ingots, and a redstone conductance coil. So don't confuse this with what we made before, because this is a slightly different recipe. Instead of gold ingot, we need an electrum ingot. So let's first make that. Oh, yeah, okay. The gold redstone in this thing. Okay. So let's first make that. There we go. Okay, so finally I have a redstone energy cell. Awesome. Okay, so we can just place this down like so. Looks pretty neat. And this is the GUI. So we have an input and an output, and you can configure these like you want. So the input is currently set on the maximum at 100 megajoules a tick. Minecraft joules a tick, oh god. And the output is set at 50, but you can also put these the output to 100. And if you're wondering what the hell uses 100 megajoule Minecraft joules a tick, well, the fillers. So we will put these on 100 when we're using the fillers. Then the middle is basically the how much energy is stored. So at the moment it's 0. And to charge these, you just connect them to engines using the the redstone conduits. So I can just put it next to this one, and now it will start charging very slowly. Okay, so I've got something else new for you guys. In the recent Feed the Beast patch, there is also some new mods. For instance, the red power mod, which is one of the most popular mods around. And this adds a new sort of redstone that you can place on walls, on ceilings, pretty much anywhere you want. And this is really useful. So I am going to craft some of these, but they require iron, so it's not like they are overpowered or anything, because you need some extra resources for this. And you also need an alloy furnace, which is crafted like so. And we are going to place this down. Yeah, let's just put it where can we place it? Let's just put it here. Okay, so alloy furnace, of course you need to burn some stuff. So let's just grab some charcoal. And then the recipe is like this. So you just put in some redstone, some iron ingots, and then it's going to grab 4 redstone and 1 iron ingot for each wire. So let's just check it out. We will need a ton of these, so yeah, I'll just put in all my redstone. I'm really like losing all my redstone at once here. Oh man, the chicken farm is going crazy. Yeah, I'm really running low on redstone. This used to be all redstone, these 5 gaps, so already used 5 stacks. So yeah, when you melt this, you get red alloy ingots. And if you have 3, you can just put them in a crafting bench like this, and then you will get 12 red alloy wires. So like I said, you can put these on the ground like this, but you can also put them on walls and also on ceilings. So that's really interesting. Okay everyone, the tree farm is done. I'm really excited because this took way longer than I expected. but it turned out great, so let's just check it out. I have to be quick though, so let's start it. Okay, let's be quick. 30 spades, saplings placed, bone meal applied, and bam, the tree is gone. So this thing is extremely quick, and I'll just quickly explain what's going on. So first what happens is the delay circuit from before, that's going to activate all the engines. So you might have noticed we have an extra filler, and that is because some buildcraft mechanics changed, and what's basically changed is when a sapling is placed by a filler and you want to place another one, it's going to try and place it on the same spot as the already placed sapling. So if you watched closely, you could see that the pistons were pushing up some dirt blocks, then 2 saplings were placed, and then dirt blocks were going down and the other 2 saplings were placed. So that is basically the whole placing mechanic. Then the bone meal is applied and the whole tree is cleared by this filler. And the way I do this is I send a redstone signal over here into this iron ore gate. That's going to say if a redstone signal is there, give a red pipe wire signal. Then a pipe is running along here with a pipe wire to this gate, and that's saying when there is a red pipe signal, put the filler into loop mode, which is actually just start the filler. So then it starts to clear, and then there is work scheduled, so then this is going to give a redstone signal, and then because there's a redstone signal, it's going to power the filler. That has not really a use, but I can use that as an indicator for this gate. So when redstone signal is on, put the filler in on mode, and that's basically going to prevent the filler from staying turned on when the tree is already gone. So that's going to turn off the filler after everything is cleared. These are getting powered by this redstone energy cell, which is completely filled. Because I have a buffer energy cell, which is not completely filled, that is going to fill this one up the whole time. And the way I have set this up is with 2 pipe gates. One pipe gate is set on when it's filled with energy, give a redstone signal. The other one is set to when there is no energy, give a redstone signal. So neither of these is turned on at the moment because there is energy, and these are both connected to an RS NOR latch, one to set and one to reset. So at the moment the RS NOR latch is reset because there is no redstone signal. This line of redstone controls all of the 100 Stirling engines over there, and when this thing runs out, so when there is no energy, it's going to turn on the line of redstone and power all the engines, and when this thing is completely filled up, this one is going to activate and reset the RS NOR latch, and it's going to stay reset until this one runs out completely again. And you might be wondering why I'm doing this. Well, it's pretty much because when I harvest one tree like I just did, it's going to use a tiny bit of energy, which can be restored in about 2 or 3 seconds by these engines. And when they are working for only 2 or 3 seconds, I waste 12 seconds of burning time on the wood that is in there. So I'm wasting a lot of potential energy. So what I'm doing now is I'm completely decharging it and then just recharging it in one go, so that way I lose the least amount of energy. And when this one is completely empty, this one is still completely full, so there is no need to worry about there being no energy. So these are about 100 Stirling engines, all filled with some planks, and they are controlled by this red alloy wire, which is added by red power, which I showed you. They are all getting fed by these crafting tables, which make the planks. And yeah, this is just straight from the collection point of the tree farm. They get crafted, transported next to all the engines, and then the last engine has a pipe gate which says when inventory is empty, give a redstone signal. So then it's going to start producing planks. I'm going to change this in the future, but I just haven't got the required resources to do this in the best way, because now there can be times when there are almost no engines working because the last one has still some wood left, if you know what I mean. So I already have a ton of fur logs, and yeah, I think this thing works really great. I've tested the rate and it is able to produce 21 fur logs a second. 21 logs a second. So that is a lot of energy. So I'm really happy about this. And this is going to be our main source of energy. Well, possibly our only source of energy for the factory we're going to build the next episode. So I'm really looking forward to doing that, and I hope you all enjoyed this episode where we built the tree farm, and I will see you in the next video.